y'all. So, I wanted to talk about how to stop eating meat. So, this is how I stopped eating meat. So, first, I totally just cut off um, pork and beef because I learned that pigs are omnivores, which means they eat anything and everything. And everything that they eat, you're eating also. They also eat, their sick young. They eat their own poop, things like that. But yeah, and that once I learned that, I just totally didn't even want to eat pork anymore. And in beef, I just didn't have a desire to eat it. But if you are still stuck on beef, I would say, well, at least first cut off pork. That's number one. Then I would say, slowly but surely, cut off pork. I mean beef. Sorry, cut off beef. And then I would say maybe 2 weeks later, then, and while you still have chicken and turkey in your diet, plus beef or whatever else you're eating, then I would say cut off. Well, you then cut off beef, and then you have your chicken and turkey. This is what I did after I cut off. Well, first I just cut off pork and beef, you know, from the jump, but then I was still eating chicken and turkey. So then while I was eating chicken and turkey, and that's I was able to, still feel full just eating those two meats. There's a lot of things you could do with chicken. You have chicken Alfredo, you know, all types of stuff, fried chicken, baked chicken, grilled chicken, all types of stuff, chicken sandwiches, there's plenty. So I was doing that and I was perfectly fine doing that. And then and then chicken wings also. But anyway, so as I, was able to, while I was eating the chicken and turkey, I was still able to sustain myself, perfectly fine without eating, the beef and all that other stuff. So while I was doing that, sorry, I'm trying to get ready. But anyway, so as I was doing that, I was eating the chicken and turkey. After a while, though, I was able to, cut off the chicken and turkey. And it wasn't easy. None of this was easy. I don't want to make it sound like it's easy. It was not easy at all. But it's just about, having self discipline, one, and determination. You know that, because, okay, so this is how I tripped up. So while I was eating the chicken and turkey, I stopped, right? I was like, I'm going to just stop this, blah, 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 whatever. I don't need it. So then, once I stopped it, I think I went out with my friends to Hooters, or it doesn't matter where, but I already told you. So I went out to Hooters or whatever, and they had like the wing deal. So now I was like, I don't want a salad, because a lot of restaurants. This is the problem with being vegan. A lot of restaurants don't, have a lot of things for you. I mean, I'm not gonna say a lot of them, but the chain restaurants, they don't have a lot of stuff for us. I'm gonna say that. But I mean, that's okay. You can always take stuff off of what you get. But anyway, that's beside the point. So I was at Hooters and they had the wing deal, and I was like, oh, I don't want a salad or whatever. And then they only had like Caesar salad and stuff like that, with the cheese and all that other stuff. So I was just like, I'm gonna just get some wings. So then I had the wings, and this was after I probably started eating chicken maybe for like maybe a week, maybe. So then I went back to it, and then once I had those chicken wings, I felt terrible. I did not feel good at all. And I'm not even, exaggerating or make it seem like, oh, this is the best thing, but or whatever. I don't know. I did not feel good. I'm telling you, man, I regretted it because I felt. I mean, for one, my stomach didn't feel good. It was rumbling. I just wasn't feeling good. And then I felt down. Honestly, I felt. I'm not gonna say sad. I didn't feel sad, but I didn't feel as happy as I was before. I ate them. Honestly, like, say I ate the chicken wing. Maybe I don't even know. Not even. I would say as soon as it hit my stomach, I felt like. Say I was like, yeah, like talking to everybody, and then after I ate, I was like literally that. I did not feel myself anymore, which was so weird, and it made me realize what they say is true. Like when they say, whatever, like whatever they went through before they died. Oh, whatever, excuse me, whatever they went through before they died. You eat that. You take that in your body. That's so true. It's not like, you feel the slashes or whatever they went through. It's like you feel the sadness. You feel the depression. You feel the just, yeah, them, whatever they went through, you know, the stress, you feel the stress. And I can honestly say, because imagine if I ate a whole bunch of those wings, because I only ate, like, I would say like 3 or whatever, and then I gave them away because I wasn't feeling good. So it's crazy. But and I don't even like to waste food, but I just couldn't eat it anymore because I just didn't feel good or whatever. So yeah, and then I just felt bad also. I just felt bad. So and then after that, I totally, well, no, well, yeah, I slowly, you know what I'm saying, tried to, cut it off totally or whatever. I think after that, I was probably eating like turkey or, you know what I'm saying, little stuff like that. I wasn't eating it, definitely not as regularly or as much. I would probably just eat it if somebody made it. But then I finally, one day, I just woke up. But no, actually, I think after that day, I totally cut it off. And then finally one day I woke up, but I was still, during this time, I was still eating dairy and stuff like that, like cheese, not necessarily milk, because I don't really like milk. But yeah, I was eating like cheese, and that's very hard too. But once like one day I woke up and I totally was just like, I'm gonna be vegan. Like, I have to be vegan. Like, this is just the lifestyle I have to live. Like, this is just what I'm gonna have to do, and that's what I did. And ever since then, I've kept it that way. Even though it's not easy, especially finding certain things that don't have dairy in it, or well, yeah, that's mainly because a lot of products have dairy, and like sometimes I'll mess up. Like, I went to the grocery store, and I thought I bought dairy-free butter. And I was looking at the ingredients because I always read the ingredients before I leave the grocery store, while I get the product. I was reading it, and it said lactic acid. And I wasn't sure if that, because some products say lactic acid, but then they say non-dairy. And so I just thought, this was my first time seeing that. So I was just like, oh, maybe it's, because like the brand, it was making it seem like they were vegan. So I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is fine, blah, blah. So I bought it, I used it. And then eventually, I got another product that said lactic acid, but then it said non-dairy. So now I was like, oh, so this must have dairy in it. So this little stuff like that, you have to, be aware of and know. And it's not easy. It's not easy just because of the world that we live in and how many people aren't, vegan. But it's very important, especially if you want to have a better connection with the divine, like I talked about in my last video. It's very important because if you're still eating meat, then you can't even have that connection. I'm going to be honest. Because they wouldn't, I'm not going to say they, because I can't speak for them necessarily, but I would assume they wouldn't accept or, allow in someone who still eats meat, still eats those, dead spirits, dead souls, hurt souls, you know? Just like, I'm not going to, I don't want to get too deep in that because I'll, go on and on. But yeah, so just know, it's very important to, put the right things in your body. Because especially if you want to be on the spiritual path, or, yeah, basically. If you want to be on that spiritual path, you're going to have to, put the right things in your body. Because if not, you're not even going to be able to get on that journey. Especially as deep as you want to be. You can get, say it's like a mile run. It's not really, but let's just put in the scenario. Say it's a mile run, you'll probably make it. I would say, like, I'm not going to, lowball it. I would say maybe, I don't know, point 0.3 or whatever. Because you can't get but so far. You can meditate, but that meditation is not going to go but so far to the divine. They're probably not even going to accept, not as deep. Not as deeply of a, you're not going to have as deeply of a connection as you could if you, still are intaking meat. And that's just the truth. I apologize if that, hurts anybody's feelings or whatever, or, gets under anybody's skin, but it's just the truth. And that's the only way I can be. So, yeah. So, please understand that it's very important, and try to just make the, necessary precautions or necessary changes. You don't have to just dive, you don't have to just dive in, as soon as you know what I'm saying? Like, you can slowly but surely, like I did, but definitely still, make that progress. You have to make progress. And you can mess up. I messed up before, but eventually I got to the point where I don't even want meat. When I smell, like, because I live in a household that still eats meat, but I don't. Say I smell my brother or someone, cooking steaks. it'll, you know what I'm saying, bother me. I don't like that smell anymore. It doesn't, you know what I'm saying, make my mouth water. You know what I mean? It just makes, you know what I'm saying, it just doesn't make me feel good or whatever. It makes me be like, ew. So that's just, eventually you'll get to that point. It's just important to make progress, to make those necessary changes, because the divine will see that you're making necessary changes, that you're trying to put that effort towards, it. I'm sure they know how hard it is, just because of the society we live in. But if you put that effort towards it, you'll definitely be rewarded for that. So yeah, and it's especially if you want to be a part of this, journey, in which I can honestly say is the best thing. As I said in my last couple videos, it's just the best thing. That's all I can say. But yeah, just, what I'm saying, do what you need to do. Understand that it's very important. Sorry, I gotta put my socks on. But yeah, that's all I had to say though. Sorry. That's all I had to say though. Y'all stay up, y'all stay happy, y'all stay positive, and keep moving forward. Keep progressing. Keep making necessary changes that'll do better for your life, that'll be a better, make your future a better. And your future can be short term or long term. But yeah, that's all I had to say though. You know what I'm saying? Just like I said before, thank you for watching though. I appreciate it. Comment what you think. Let me know. Ask any questions that you need to ask. I'm definitely open to answering anything or giving you my perspective of it. I don't know everything, but I do know certain things. So yeah, thank you though. Appreciate it. Y'all have a great day, great night, whatever it is. Talk to you later.